Pete is an extraordinary human being, and we are so lucky to have him here with us today. Please join me in welcoming Pete Carroll.
I don't think that was quite long enough of an introduction. I was kind of expecting a couple more. You forgot that we were 39-3 when we played in the Coliseum, you know. Anyway, thank you so much, Dean, for such gracious and kind introduction, kind words. That you said about everything I could possibly say, so I'm about done. But I got some stuff for you today, okay? We're not coming here just to pat you on the back. We got some stuff we got to do. I'm honored to be in this stage up here with the scholars that they're probably a little bit worried about what I'm going to say, and they should be, but I'm just honored to be part of it because I love this university so much. It's great to come back to the University of Southern California, and for all that has happened here in the Coliseum, it's amazing for me to be here. I personally can't even describe it. I want to also thank, before we get rolling here, President Byung Kim, who has generated an energy and an excitement around this campus that we're lucky to have. And so grateful. He's not here today, but I still love what he does. On such a great day, let us make sure to give huge thanks and congratulations to the parents, grandmas, grandpas, brothers and sisters, all that are sitting here with us today. Let's give them a little love for them now. Come on. It's a great honor to be here with you guys because you've all won. There's big-time winners in this audience right here, and I'm thrilled to be around you. Having been on campus a year ago teaching with the celebrated, infamous, has already been recognized, but I'm going to say him again, Professor David Belasco, you know, with him, and with rock star Dean Sony. These are the guys we put our class together, and I just wanted to recognize how lucky I am to have them as partners in our teaching. So give them a little love, please. Because of the class that we taught and the interaction that we had and the depth that we went into, I feel a lot closer to all of you. Just what you've gone through to achieve this moment and to arrive at this day of honor. I understand you a little bit better because of that class. Today we're celebrating the graduation ceremony of this incredible class of 2026 from the Marshall School of Business. And I know that you've already had a chance to cheer for yourself, but I want to hear it again. A little bit of noise for the 2026. Yeah. To be back on campus, and especially here in the Coliseum, we had so much fun back in the day, so many great players, so many great memories. It was such a blessing to represent the fight-on spirit of USC. Again, I know President Kim wasn't here back in the day when we were coaching the Trojans, and I'm really sorry for anybody that missed it, people in the crowd as well, because we kicked ass back in the day. I want you to know. Like I said, 39-3 in the Collie. Can you imagine that? Just week after week, year after year. It was freaking awesome. This place was just roaring back in the day, and I was so glad to be part of that. I realized for the graduates sitting here, you guys were barely in preschool or kindergarten or whatever. Heck, you guys weren't even going yet. And you probably heard more about USC from your moms and your dads and your grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, because they were following us. They knew what was going on. But back in the day, when you came here to a game, it wasn't just game, it was showtime. Snoop was on the sidelines, Will Ferrell's on the sidelines, kids from the local area, LAPD, the Sheriff's Department, even an occasional visit from Congresswoman Maxine Waters. You don't know who she is, but she's one of my all-time favorites. But even more importantly, and for sure, was the kids from South Central that came to see us and follow us. We had a thing called Better LA that celebrated them in the lives that they were living, and they were right here, went right along with us, and made it a very, very special exchange and relationship. But with all that, you might be wondering on this day why an old football coach would be invited to talk to the 2026 class. In the midst of worldwide political mess, surging economic issues, unnecessary wars, rampant I mean, we're talking rampant corruption and dishonesty. We're battling. You guys are up against it now. It's families all over the world starving in the streets, and when our leadership has been lost and forgotten and kicked to the curb, why in the heck would you have a football coach come talk to you? You need a freaking shrink. Jeez. So, I really don't know why they asked me here, to tell you the truth. Unless President Kim and Dean Garrett just thought that you need to be coached up a little bit today. So, if they want that, okay, they're going to get it. You're going to get a little bit of coaching today. You ready? You ready? Okay. So today is your day. Let's do this for you. I'm ready to answer the call. I'm going to get at it as we're going. We're going to coach you up. I'm going to talk to you just like I talk to my teams over the years, and all the teams I've ever had. I'm going to address you in the same manner because I feel like I'm coaching you up too. We're not only Trojans here today, we're also Team Marshall. Yeah, it's Team Marshall out here. I like that thought, and I want you to hold on to that thought. I know all your lives, you've been aspiring to do something special. You've all had a glimmer of hope that you're going to do something crazy and something good, or however you envisioned it. And today, you're not doing it alone. You're going to do it as a team. Everybody here is on your team. And I think it's important for you to recognize you're not on your own to get this done. So for starters, great teammates know how to give it up for each other. So, and they also know that you always protect the team. What I want you to do right now, I want you to get out of your seats. I want you to stand up. I want you to high five, dap. I want you to give a little love. I want you to look them in the eye right now. Let's go, everybody up. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Come on, look them in the eye now. See, that's good. That's good. Okay, sit down. Let's go. Now we're done. Hey, it's good to share with your teammates. You're not alone. They're going to be with you the whole way through. As a USC Trojan, you've been surrounded by the spirit of Fight On. Fight On has always been about passion, perseverance, and resilience. It's an attitude. It's a mindset. It's a calling. And we're all so lucky to be part of it. I hope during your experience here on campus, you've been filled with the pride of Cardinal and Gold. It's been something that you didn't know at the start, but then you experienced it, you got to feel it, and now you own that. Before we go any further, I need a little information, because I'm doing some teaching here today. You're not done yet. You're still here. You ain't graduated yet, okay? I want to ask you a question. How many of you out there have a philosophy that guides your life? Your philosophy of life. Let me see a little show of hands. Okay. All right, now. Those people who just raised their hand. How many of you could come up here right now in 20 words or less and tell us what it is? Raise your hand. Oh, yeah, okay. There's not very many hands being raised right now. I see it. That's okay. I see it. No, you're not coming up. It is most common for people that are young and people that are old to struggle with the answer to that question right there. It's not easy, and you're not alone. And we'll come back to that a little bit later. I want to tell you a quick story. I'm going to try to make it a quick story because I want to give you a grounding in what self-discovery is all about. Let me share with you something that connects me with all of this and all of you. Let me take you back. I've been coaching 27 years, 10 years in college football, 17 years in the NFL. And I'm sitting at my desk in Medfield, Massachusetts. And because I'd just been let go by the New England Patriots a few months before that. And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do next? What's going to happen? What's up for Pete? Shoot, I didn't know. Appreciate that. And I was reading from the little blue book. Legendary basketball coach John Wooden had put together his thoughts. And I read in his 14th year of coaching, he won his first national championship. I snapped that book closed. I threw it on the freaking ground. I knew exactly what the story was. Once Coach won his first national championship, he won 10 of the next 12. I mean, that doesn't even happen in college sports unless you're in women's soccer at North Carolina or something like that. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But what suddenly changed for me is that I needed to do something about it. Coach had his unique philosophy. I needed to get going. I reached for a pad of paper. I started writing everything I could think of. Coach Wooden had pulled together his own philosophy, his own vision, his belief system in a detailed plan about winning. And once he did and figured it out, he was unstoppable. Now, he took 14 years. The way I've been getting kicked around and getting fired before that, I wasn't going to get 14 months. I had to get my act together. So like Coach had a plan, I needed my own plan. And I'm taking you through my self-discovery because I want you to use it as an example. I threw the book down. I started writing everything down I could think of. Everything every thought, every paragraph, every phrase, every important word, everything technically, scheme-wise, travel, everything. Where I'd been, where I had to go. It was completely unorganized, as you can probably tell. That's nothing new. It was completely unorganized, but it was crucial, the first step, that you had to write it down so that you could see what the words looked like that expressed and represented what you feel. I embarked on a process of self-discovery. I didn't even know I was doing it. But it was about not just being a football coach, but about being a person. I've been coaching for 27 years, and I had not stated my own philosophy. Well, that's not happening for this group right here now. That's why I'm bringing it up today, because we don't want to wait 27 years to figure you out. Now, you know I asked you the question. You all of you that didn't know, yeah, you didn't know you had what your philosophy was. It's crucial for you to understand that you don't. It's crucial for the ones that think they had one to say, oh yeah, I have one, but it ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna change. I believe everybody has a personal philosophy. You just don't know it. You already make all the choices in your life. You know what you listen to, what you eat, who you hang out with, the clothes you wear. You already have a philosophy. You just haven't called it yet. You haven't actualized what it really is. And it's crucially important to understand it's okay. You haven't listened to me yet. I'm not letting that happen. I'm gonna help you through that. The process was long and difficult, but the more I wrote, the more powerful the experience became. It changed my life. I made a breakthrough. At the core of my being, I was a competitor. I had been competing my entire life, and so competition would be the central theme of my program. It would be driven by a single thought. We're going to do things better than it's ever been done before in everything we do. What kind of thought is that? We're always going to compete. That became my personal philosophy. It was clear. I understood it. I embraced it. I knew it. We stood by statements like, we're in a relentless pursuit of finding a competitive edge in everything we do. Can you imagine that? Everything you do, you're going to be in a relentless pursuit? No, you can't imagine that. No, you can't. But you may have a chance to be there if you want to. I borrowed a thought from one of my friends here, Dean Sony, that came through Jerry Garcia, the leader of the Grateful Dead back in the day in the 60s. The Grateful Dead was a great band. He's one of the great deadheads of all time. Jerry Garcia said, I don't want to be the best one doing something. I want to be the only one doing it. Now that hit home with me, man. Why would we want to just be good at something? Why would we just want to be recognized as being a national champ? That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough to shoot for. I truly wanted to develop an attitude and a swag that was all our own. I wanted you to be able to feel us and recognize us. Here they come. Here's what they're talking about. Here's what they're doing. How could we possibly be like them? My entire life in coaching was about to change. See, I didn't have a job. All this just happened. I didn't have a job. I didn't know where I was going to put it. I didn't know where I was going to go. But when I realized that my chance was coming, throughout the hiring process at USC, I had a newfound confidence and a belief in myself. I'd never felt so well prepared. I'd never been so well equipped to deal with the challenges of what it took. Coach Wooden has inspired me to create a vision for myself that would become the philosophy that was known as the foundation of our USC program. So all of that, I tell you all that because it's possible. I didn't know nothing. 27 years of trying to figure me out, trying to be really good at what I was doing, and I still hadn't figured me out. Well, I'm challenging you. The challenge is issued today. We're not to the coaching part yet. Wait till we get to coaching. What might appear to you to be a philosophy targeted primarily on wins and losses, it's in fact a vehicle for maximizing team and individual performance. The process of self-discovery has given me a newfound confidence that I still have. I still feel it. Can you tell? You might. Therein lies the essence of self-discovery pursuit. It's the key to your personal success. It lies in your power of knowing and believing in you. Knowing and believing in you. You got to figure you out to be able to do that. I know this is challenging for you, and I know because of all the pressure that you're under, the incredible pressure about all the stuff that's going on around you that pounds you, that you ain't good enough, you don't quite measure up. Well, not today. Whether you're coaching the Trojans or the Seahawks or teaching school, you're working at USC, you're working your own job, you're working at your household, the only thing you should ever strive for is to be the best you can possibly be. That is the challenge. That is what Win Forever is. It ain't about the wins and losses. It's not about the trophies and the acknowledgments from the outside. It's about you being the best you can possibly be. We're on a lifetime journey searching for our personal truth. Questions like, why are we here? What does it all mean? Who am I? We're all playing this extraordinary game, and you're all hoping to win. The answers to seemingly unanswerable questions, they're there for you. They're out there for you. This game we're playing, this game is life. It's real. It's big time, and you're just about the verge to step across Figueroa. Get ready. It's coming. For the 2026ers, feel free to use my example. It is not the only way to do it. It's just an example of somebody that later in their life, they can figure out to ask yourself the questions that bring you to the truth that you need to find. It is liberating to declare who you are. I think it's worth going for it. And I'm trying to help you understand that you can search for it and find it. It feels so comfortable to say, my philosophy is whatever you want to say. I said always compete. You know that already. But for you to be able to say what your philosophy is empowering. It's everything you could hope for. I want you to know I worked hard at it. I even found a place to define what competition was all about, because the word kept coming up everywhere in my program. I got a Greek definition that said striving for excellence. Striving for excellence, trying to do really well at everything you're doing. Hey, that's hard. That ain't easy. I'm not asking you to do something easy. But competition isn't about trying to beat somebody and push their nose in the dirt. It's simply about striving to do better. And that's all you can ever hope to do. Once I settled in on this, I was on my way. After arriving at USC, it hit me right between the eyes. The essence of fight on. I kept hearing about it, just like you did. And I realized that fight on is always compete. Remember? Passion, perseverance and resilience, and striving for excellence. That's what we're shooting for. We don't know where it's going to go. You don't know when somebody's got this job, somebody's got that job, somebody's going this place, somebody's continuing school. We don't know where you're going. But if you keep striving, you got a great chance. PC and USC were a perfect match. We fit together just like a glove. It was just right. So coming here was a solidifying affirmation that all that work I'd done, because the very next thing I did after discovering that is I was the coach at USC. Nothing in between. And the rest, USC, Seattle, is freaking history now. We kicked ass. And I'm proud to tell you that. I have no problem telling you that. Okay, after all that, you should have a better feeling for your coach today. You should know me a little bit better. And you should also realize that you're not alone. It's with Team Marshall. And now we need to come together. Now it's time to coach you up. We didn't come this far to come this far, right? Right? That's a great line. There's a lot coming. We're just getting started. So as your coach, I got to tell you, we got to go. We got to be clear-minded and focused. Life is constantly bringing us new beginnings. We are here, and we have to go get after it. We got to go. There's a bunch of people in here that are ready. I hope you are too. It's time to step out of that proverbial locker room. It's time to go. We can't stay here and just keep hanging on this side of King and Figueroa. It's game time, and I know it's a big deal. But remember, you're not doing this alone. You're doing this, you have your teammates at least with you, as well as your supporters and your families in that support unit that makes you you. We're all we got. We're all we need. We don't need nothing else. We got all of the support that we could possibly look for. We got to get our minds ready to compete. That's what we're doing as we're getting close to game time. My job as your coach is to prove to you how good you are. So let me remind you, come game day, all I'll ever ask of you is to play like you're capable. This game, we're playing again. This game is life. I want you to be great. You may not realize, but you have been practicing and preparing for this moment of graduation as far back as you can remember. Just go way back in your thinking. Little kid, junior high, coming through. You knew something special was coming. You knew it was coming. You were preparing back then. Think about it. You have been years in the making. You have been practicing being you all along, and you have become this extraordinary, unique individual person. No two are alike. You're all your own person, and you're amazing at what you are. And always on game day, we're just going to ask you to be you. We'll never ask you to be something that you're not. So as we're taking this next step, and maybe it's across King, maybe it's across Figueroa, and game time approaches, I need to remind you how well prepared you are. You have earned the right to be totally confident. You've earned the right to totally trust yourself. You've earned the right to be prepared for what's coming next. Matter of fact, check this out. You're the best you've ever been. You are the best you've ever been. There ain't nothing, they can't take that away from you because you've worked so hard to get here. You need to understand that and own that because it's what empowers you. It's crucial. It's crucial that you share your confidence with your teammates. You're still a teammate. Help them feed off of your attitude. Let them know you believe in them as well. That's why I wanted to make sure you connected, at least figuratively, we connected for the moment this morning. Together, think of this one. Together, we are the best we've ever been. This group right here. So are you worried about what's coming next? You shouldn't be. It is with that confidence and that trust in yourself that it allows you the freedom and to truly focus on whatever is at hand. Let nobody keep you from being you. Now, when necessary, if you sense someone is trying to hold you back or trying to make you question you, be strong. Rely on staying positive and always doubt the doubt. Doesn't matter where it comes from. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it coming. They're going to try to talk you into something else. Doubt the doubt. Don't let it happen. My biggest challenge is, as your coach, is to prove to you how good you are. I want you to believe it, and I want it to come available to us on game day. Again, we will never ask you to be like someone else. You're so dang good as you are. We just need you to be you. So, I want you to just take one look over your shoulder one way. Look at the people that are on your team. Look at them. Come on. Look at the people that are right sitting there with you. Those are the ones that you're counting on. They're going to be battling their own way, but they're going to be battling the same battle you're going to battle. You're going to need their successes. You're going to need their failures. You're going to need all of that. Life is a process of self-discovery. We started out with it. You have been in search of you all along. You're the best prepared you have ever been. Just look at where you're sitting today. Come on. You're a dream school. USC. We're freaking graduating today. Come on. I hope you're feeling it. I hope you realize that it's even more powerful as you share it with your teammates. In the process of facing your next challenges, do what Trojans do. They fight on and they compete. That's what we're talking about. They fight on and they compete. Whatever is the next step you take, you're absolutely and totally responsible for one more principle. It's creating your own value. Nobody has the power over you to create the value you're going to create. You have to make sure that your bosses, your employees, or whatever you're working with, that they hear you, they know you, they feel your attitude that you bring. Because when it comes to creating your own value, attitude is everything. There's going to be no challenge that's too big or no task that's too small for you to bring a great attitude. It's how you're totally in charge of that. Let your fellow workers feel your optimism. Let them feel your attitude. Let them feel how you bring it every day. Wear them out. Unmatchable, irreplaceable attitude that you bring. Make them feel you. Make them feel you. So, that's a mindset. That's creating your own value. You're in charge of it, nobody else but you. So I'm challenging you again on that. Let's go. Let's get ready. When you take that responsibility in that manner, you're going to kick ass. They can't hold you down. They can't hold you back. And I'm expecting it, and you should be expecting it as well. Coaching is all about repetition. You can choose to live your life in a relentless pursuit of finding a competitive edge in everything you do. You could. I don't want you to do it my way. I'm just giving you an example of how you can think your way through to who you are. I want to see how you do it. What are the choices that you make to be the best you? That's what's going to be so exciting. That's why I'm so thrilled to be part of you today. Now let's take one step at a time and go live it to the best of your ability. Before I go, let me leave you with one final thought that came to me years ago because I was inspired by the Trojan players that I had been growing up with here at the university. But I'm also inspired by you, so I've adapted a little bit. I wrote a poem. Can you imagine that? A coach writing a poem? Yeah, I wrote a poem a while back. So let me share it with you today. It's entitled Always Compete. No surprise, right? As you progress through your sporting life, always compete. If you want to go for it, you're going to have to make choices in life, and those choices need to be conscious decisions. Always compete. There's only one person in control here, and that person is you. You hold all the cards. You are the master of you. It's time to admit it. You have always known this. You've doubted, but you've always known this. Always compete. Don't try to be too cool. Don't dare be afraid of life. Just dare to be great and let it rip. Always be humble. Always be kind. Always be respectful. Everything you do counts and screams who you are. There is no hiding from you. Act as if the whole world knows who you are and they're watching. Be true to yourself and let nothing hold you back. That doesn't matter what they're watching. Compete to be the greatest you, and that will always be enough, and that will be a lifetime. Always compete and fight on. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.